What's the most unprofessional thing a doctor's office ever did? My 5-year-old son was screaming in pain from what looked like appendicitis, but the receptionist told us to wait because we were 10 minutes late to our appointment. Ma'am, my son can barely stand, I said, showing her how he was doubled over. She didn't even look up from her computer. Policy is policy. Late patients wait. I explained we hit unexpected traffic from a car accident, but she just shrugged and pointed to the waiting room. Other families were staring as my boy collapsed into a chair, clutching his stomach and crying. 20 minutes passed. I approached her desk again, my son now pale and sweating. Please, something's really wrong with him, I begged. Sir, your son needs to learn patience, she said coldly. The doctor will see you when it's your turn. I asked if we could at least speak to a nurse to check his temperature. The nurse is busy with on-time patients, she replied, not even glancing at my suffering child. An hour went by. My son vomited into the waiting room trash can, and other patients started offering help. One mother whispered, I can't believe they're making you wait. I marched back to the desk. My son just threw up. Can we please move this along? The receptionist sighed dramatically. Children get sick. That's why you're here. She handed me paper towels like that solved everything. My son was now lying across 2 chairs, barely conscious. A grandfather in the waiting room stood up and said, This is ridiculous. That child needs help now. The receptionist shot him a look. Sir, please don't intervene with office practices. I pulled out my phone to call 911, but she quickly said, You can't make emergency calls in here. It disrupts other patients. That's when I lost it. Are you seriously telling me I can't call for help? Hospital policy, she said, pointing to a tiny sign. One dad offered to drive us to the ER himself. My son's lips were turning pale, and he'd stopped crying because he was too weak. I finally stood up and took my son to the ER. We rushed to the ER, my son barely responsive in his car seat. The triage nurse took one look at him and called for